There's a voice in your head. It's familiar. It whispers that today is just another day. You wake up, do the same things, get the same results. But something inside you feels it. The doubt, the frustration, the yearning for something more. But then nothing changes. Not today. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe next week. But here's the truth. That tomorrow, that someday, it's a lie. It doesn't exist. It never has. Do you want to know why you're still stuck? Because the comfort zone is the trap. The very place you think keeps you safe is the place that's stealing your future. If you're not moving forward, you're already moving backwards. Right now, as you're watching this, time is ticking. You can't get it back. Your life is slipping through your fingers, one moment at a time, and you're telling yourself, one day, I'll change. I'll get it together. But what if one day is just a myth? What if the real truth is that there is no someday? Only now or never. That's the choice you have. Do you understand the weight of that? Do you realize that there is no magical moment when everything will line up for you? There's no perfect time to start, only the moment you decide to change. And if you don't act now, that change might never come. You'll wake up 1 year from now, 10 years from now, and you'll be exactly where you are today, only older, more frustrated, and still carry around the same unspoken regret. Is that the life you want? This is the hard truth. Your comfort zone? It's your failure zone. If you want to play it safe, if you want to keep hiding in the same routine, you'll never achieve anything extraordinary. You'll live a life filled with could have been and should have been while the world moves on without you. Meanwhile, the people who take risks, who make those small changes every day, are out there winning. They didn't wait for the stars to align. They didn't wait for the perfect moment. They just acted. And you know what the worst part is? Time always wins. You can't stop it. You can't outrun it. Every second that passes, you either get closer to the person you want to be, or you get farther away. The longer you wait, the harder it gets. You're not guaranteed another chance. Life doesn't wait for anyone. Time doesn't wait for you. Here's a question. Do you want to look back 5 years from now and feel proud? Do you want to feel that rush of accomplishment knowing that you took charge of your life? That you didn't let the years slip by in a haze of excuses and missed opportunities? Or are you okay with being just another person who sat on the sidelines, waiting for things to change on their own? Let me tell you something that will hit you like a freight train. Nobody is coming to save you. Not your parents, not your boss, not your spouse. It's on you. You're the only one who can make the change. And right now you're standing on the edge. You can take that first step, or you can stay frozen where you are, thinking that things will magically improve. But things won't change until you do. And that, my friend, is the painful truth you need to face. You think your past defines you? It doesn't. Your past is not your prison. It's a story. It's a collection of chapters you've already written. But the future? That's the part you're writing right now. It's not too late. You haven't missed your shot. But the longer you wait, the less time you have to make it happen. Right now, you have a chance. You have the ability to rewrite your story. The only question left is, will you take it? You may have heard this before. Success is built on consistency. It's a phrase that's so overused that it's almost lost its meaning. But let's stop for a moment and look at what that really means. It's not about having a grand plan that you'll start someday. It's about what you do today, right now. Because the truth is that 1% change you make today is worth more than the 100% plan you'll make for someday. Think about it. You've probably set goals in the past. You've probably written down your dreams. And then what happened? A few weeks go by, maybe even a few months. But the urgency fades, the excitement dies down, and before you know it, you're back to the same place you started, doing the same things, making the same excuses. But here's the key. It's not about making huge leaps. It's about making small, Consistent steps every single day. Small changes, tiny shifts. They add up. They build momentum. And before you know it, you've transformed your life without even realizing it. Do you know why most people never reach their goals? It's because they try to do too much too soon. They overwhelm themselves with big plans and unrealistic expectations. And when those plans fail, they give up. But the secret to success isn't about reaching the top all at once. It's about the grind, the daily work, the commitment to doing just a little bit more every single day than you did yesterday. That's how you grow. That's how you succeed. Here's another hard truth. The biggest obstacle standing in your way isn't your lack of resources. It's not your circumstances. It's your fear of discomfort, your hesitation to step out of what's familiar. That's the thing that holds you back from living the life you want. The comfort zone is an illusion. It feels safe, but in reality, it's the biggest trap you'll ever fall into. It's where dreams go to die. But change, real change, it requires stepping into the unknown. It requires doing things you've never done before, taking risks, facing your fears. But if you let fear control you, you'll never grow. You'll never reach your potential. And you'll stay stuck, watching other people live the life you dream of. You have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Only then can you break free from the chains of mediocrity and start living with purpose, power, and passion. Now, let's talk about this someday mentality. We've all said it at some point. Someday I'll start that business. Someday I'll go to the gym. Someday I'll write that book. Someday never comes. Someday is just a word. It's an excuse. It's your way of avoiding the responsibility of acting right now. But here's the kicker. Someday doesn't exist. It's just a convenient lie you tell yourself to avoid the uncomfortable reality that change requires action, immediate action. Do you know what happens to those who never take action? They look back at their life and wonder, what if I had started that business? What if I had invested in myself? What if I had taken that risk? And that question, what if, that's the most dangerous thing you can ask yourself. It's the question that will haunt you for the rest of your life. So what are you waiting for? If you want to be someone who is successful, fulfilled, and proud of their life, you have to stop waiting for the perfect moment. You have to stop waiting for the stars to align. The truth is, the moment you're waiting for doesn't exist. The only moment that matters is right now, right here, today. It's time to make the choice. Do you want to stay stuck in the past, dreaming about what could have been? Or do you want to step into the future and create the life you've always wanted? It's not going to be easy, but it's simple. It's about making a decision to change, a decision to start now, not later. And here's the beautiful part. Once you make that decision, everything will start to shift. The universe has a way of rewarding those who are brave enough to take that first step. Opportunities will start showing up. People will begin to notice you. And before you know it, you'll be moving in the direction you've always wanted. But it all starts with one thing. You have to choose. You have to decide that you're not going to wait any longer. You're not going to stay stuck in the past. You're going to act now. Here's the most powerful thing you need to understand. Your past does not define you. It doesn't matter how many times you failed before. It doesn't matter how many mistakes you made or how many times you've fallen down. Every single one of those failures was just a stepping stone. They were lessons, not prisons, not burdens. Lessons. We often get trapped in the past, telling ourselves, I've already messed up, or I'm not capable of doing better. But guess what? That's not the truth. The truth is that the only thing that matters is what you do today. You can't change the past, but you have the power to shape your future. Every moment is a new chance to do something different. Every decision you make today has the potential to lead you to a new life. Think about it for a second. How many people do you know who have completely turned their lives around. Maybe they were broke, maybe they were lost, maybe they were stuck in dead-end jobs, but they made a decision. They said, enough, I'm not going to let my past dictate my future anymore. And that was the moment everything changed. That one decision. The moment they stopped waiting for things to get better and decided to make them better themselves. That's where the power lies. You see, change doesn't have to be a monumental event. It doesn't have to be dramatic or earth-shattering. It starts with a decision to take control of your life, a decision to stop waiting for someone else to give you permission to succeed, a decision to stop using your past as an excuse. The moment you decide to take action, that's the moment your life starts to shift. But here's where the rubber meets the road. If you keep waiting for perfect timing or for some magical moment when everything will fall into place, you'll never take action. Time doesn't wait for anyone. Time is a thief that steals your opportunities when you're not paying attention. If you're not doing something today, you're already falling behind. The clock is ticking, and the more you hesitate, the more life slips away. Now, I'm going to say something that might hit hard. Nobody is coming to save you. It's all on you. You're the one who has to make the decision to step up and take responsibility for your life. No one is going to knock on your door and say, here's your chance. No one is going to hand you success. It's not a prize you win. It's something you earn every single day. This is where empowerment comes in. You have the power to change your life. You don't need permission. You don't need approval. You need to take ownership of your actions, your thoughts, and your choices. You have everything inside of you to break free from your past and create a future that excites you. All it takes is courage. Courage to step outside of your comfort zone and into the unknown. Courage to face the fear that's holding you back. And courage to keep going, even when it gets hard. If you want to live a life of fulfillment, of joy, of success, you have to take the wheel. Stop letting fear drive your decisions. Stop letting your past define you. Stop waiting for a perfect moment. The perfect moment is now. And if you don't act, you'll regret it. But if you do, everything will start to change. And it will happen faster than you think. So here's the final call to action. It's time to stop waiting. It's time to stop making excuses. It's time to stop telling yourself, I'll do it tomorrow, because tomorrow never comes. The only moment that matters is the one you're in right now. So take that first step, commit to yourself, and start changing your life one small decision at a time. Because if you don't change now, you never will.